Hello! Today we're going to dive into a very detailed analysis of some fascinating sources about China and technology. The material we received is incredibly rich, taking us to Shenzhen, Hangzhou, and Shandong to see firsthand advancements in electric cars, smart cities, and humanoid robots. It's a complete immersion. We'll see factories, laboratories, and the streets all showing incredibly rapid change. And, well, reading the material, I think we have to start with BYD, that giant of electric cars. In Shenzhen, the material we reviewed positions them as the largest electric car company in the world today. They even surpassed Tesla in recent sales, according to the sources. It's interesting to see their history. The material says they started in '95 focusing on batteries, and then in 2003, when they entered the automotive sector, many people doubted them. And what cars, huh? The material describes some truly impressive models. There's a $250,000 supercar that dances and spins 360 degrees. That's right. And they talk about another one that can even float on water in an emergency for about 30 minutes. Float! But there's a detail. Not in salt water. The material makes that reservation. Good, important detail. But all this audacity that the material really highlights seems to come a lot from their proprietary technology, They developed the Blade battery, that lithium iron phosphate one, and they have super fast charging, 400 kilometers in 5 minutes. That's very fast. And they manufacture almost everything, from batteries to trains. That sky shuttle in Sao Paulo is theirs. True, I read that in the material. Their scale is gigantic, with over 1 million employees, 100,000 engineers. That's a lot of people involved. Moving a bit from the factory, the material takes us to Shenzhen itself, the city. They describe it as the city of the future. It was a fishing village, right? And today they call it the Silicon Valley of the East. The description is impressive, and what's most striking from what we've read is how technology is integrated into people's daily lives there. The material gives great examples, like ordering coffee and having it delivered by drone, ordered via WeChat, that app that does everything over there. Drone delivering coffee, autonomous taxis without drivers, running normally, payment with the palm of your hand. Yes, and robots delivering items to hotel rooms, using elevators by themselves. It's another level of integration. The material also mentions an interesting point about security. Cameras everywhere and how that's perceived there. I get it, it's a contrast. And speaking of robots, the sources also took us to Hangzhou and Shandong to see humanoid robotics. In Hangzhou, at Unitree Robotex, the highlight was the G1 robot. It costs $16,000, is 1.27 meters tall, weighs 35 kilograms, and the material describes it as super flexible, hard to knock down. I saw some images in the material. They compared it to Boston Dynamics Atlas, right? Exactly. They show it walking on the street, greeting people, even doing some kung fu moves. Kung fu! How cool! It's very impressive. The limitation they point out is the battery. It only lasts about 2 hours. Not much yet, right? For now, the buyers are mostly tech companies, influencers, people who are testing it. And at X-Robot in Shandong, this part of the material seemed even more, futuristic, maybe a little unsettling. There, things get hyper-realistic. The material describes robots with silicone skin that looks very real. The founder, cited in the sources, talks about 98% human resemblance. 98%! Wow! And they show robots walking, talking, expressing emotions. Their vision is to use this in education, healthcare, and services. And there's even the idea of robots building other robots in factories that never stop. Man, pure science fiction. Goodness gracious! The company's museum, which the material also mentions, shows some applications in tourism, medicine, like a robot that reads a person's hand to assess their health. Incredible. So, putting all this together that we've seen in the sources, we have BYD dominating electric vehicles at an incredible speed, Shenzhen as this open air laboratory, and these super advanced humanoid robots from Unitree and X Robot. What's the overall picture? Well, what emerges is an image of very, very accelerated technological development on many fronts simultaneously, right? The sources imply that it's a very focused strategy, perhaps even underestimated by outsiders. There's an interesting part that says something like, while other powers were preoccupied with conflicts, China was silently working to rewrite the rules of the game. That's strong, isn't it? It is strong, yes. And the material leaves us thinking, doesn't it? With these robots getting better and better at physical and even intellectual tasks, and all this automation the sources describe, how will that change? Not just industries, but work, society itself in the coming years. That's an important question that lingers, something for us to follow closely.